Hey babes, hey love, hey everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be here. And again, this is for good practice. I know there's absolutely nobody watching me on live right now, but guess what? I know there will be in the future, okay? So how about you guys come talk with me, edit. I just finished doing a makeup tutorial for Julia's Case because that is a brand that I'm just trying to get to notice me. So we're gonna have some lunch. I'm going to create a thumbnail for that. This is kind of weird. This is kind of creepy. I'm seeing people jump on to watch the live, but I don't know. Like I can't see who it is, so that's what makes it weird. I got this little sandwich, but you know what? I'll be back, y'all, because this sandwich don't got no type of dressing on it, no mayo, no nothing. Like, who made this? I'll be back. I will be back because I want to have lunch. I want to talk, and yeah, I want to. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I should have got me some water. I'm so sorry that I gotta keep getting up. So I forgot I made these margarita popsicles. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and have me a margarita popsicle. I already have one inside. They are pretty. Oops, it broke. I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys how it looked. I got these from IKEA. They are really really good. To make my margaritas, I usually use the frozen, already made margaritas, and I always pour just a tad bit of wine on the inside to help you get a little slush. To help you get a little slush. Excuse me, Millie. Go on over there, Millie, to your house. Anytime I'm eating, I'm drinking, or I'm breathing, my dog wants to be around. And that's not a problem, but he's dramatic. Like he's like shaking, like he's about to have a brain aneurysm because he see food and he just ate. It's embarrassing. Cheers. Mm, Yup. So I just wanted to talk to you guys. I'm bored. I'm home by myself. I ain't got shit else to do. But I'm gonna tell you guys why I would never see. Some of you know, some of you don't know. I'm a school teacher. I've taught grades pre-K3 all the way up until fifth grade. Yep. So, um, I've never ever. If your ears are popping. Okay. I never ever decided to. She looks so beautiful. Let me show her some love. She looks so pretty. If your ears are popping as you're going up to your seat to go to a concert, keep your videos. We can watch it on TikTok. Okay, so that's cute. Okay, congratulations to her because she's having a baby. But anywho, um, so this summer I work. I've been teaching for about 10 years. Out of the 10 years I've been teaching, um, usually, if I don't know how it is across the world, but for teachers that are in DC, and if you work for a public charter school, I don't know about the public schools, but for a charter school, you get paid in the summer, even though you do not have to show up for work. You get paid during your winter breaks as well, your spring breaks as well, and your summer breaks, and any other breaks that happen throughout the school year, which is pretty cool because you're receiving the same pay that you would get throughout the year in the summer. Um, some way how they set that up, but they did that. They did that. They did that, and that's what keeps me going. Back and back and back and back. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, but this summer, I kind of let someone talk me into working this summer. And when I found out the type of company that I'll be working for, I was like, okay, I got excited about it because it's a black owned business. And if you know me, you know I love black. I'm blackity black, black, black. Okay, to the point like I really do wish I personally can walk out my house and see Black Panthers on the street. Like I would be so happy. Um, especially, is it good? I usually don't eat other people's sandwiches unless I make it. I make the best sandwiches. I don't know, but anywho, um, so after interviewing with the job, I got it, of course, because yeah, I got the job, and basically, how can I say this? The job, I'm trying to leave some pieces out because the ending is crazy, and I might not even get to the ending today. But the job is to help teens, high school teens, um, with social and emotional learning. I'm big on social and emotional, and then the plus was entrepreneurship. I'm stepping into entrepreneurship, so it was two games for me. So once I learned that those two things were what pretty much the camp was about, I knew that okay, this is a good fit for me. So I excited to try. Um, the first week was great. Um, the first week was great. I enjoyed the meetings that I was having with the CEO, learning about how the program started and stuff like that. I was really proud to know that someone from DC is doing this for the youth. I really do wish I could repeat um, high school again just so I can be a part of the program. Like that's how cool it is. But although like the program was really cool, I had some experiences where They didn't want to pay me. This is a nonprofit. I love nonprofits. Okay. But they didn't want to pay me. And the reason why I'm saying they didn't want to pay me is because when the first direct deposit hit, I was like, oh, this is short. This is not what I was expecting at all. So I reached out professionally. I'm very professional in the workplace. I'm very professional, period. Um, so I reached out just so they could be aware, because if there was an error in the system somewhere, come on, let's fix it. I'm a very understanding person. So I was told why, that pay was short. So I needed to fix a few things. So I made sure that I submitted whatever documents that I need to submit. Long story short, well, just to sum it up for this little part right here, I didn't receive my first pay because the compliance they needed me to do wasn't complete. I didn't know that if I didn't do this, I couldn't get paid. Like, that's weird. I've been working since I was 15 years old, and I've never heard of anything like that before. So, okay, I know nonprofits normally do things a little differently. I know that they do need their documentations, if they do have contracts and stuff like that. So I do know it's a lot of paper tracing when it comes to nonprofits, because they get a lot of free money, right? So um, after us going over, okay, I didn't get, my proper pay. Um, they're telling me to, okay, it's cool, submit this in, and then you'll receive it. You'll receive it in the next 2 days. The next 2 days, from my understanding, um, I submitted the documentation that needed to be submitted, and then after submitting the documentation, um, I never followed up because I just honestly thought that they were going to do their job. The date came, no direct deposit. So that's when I follow up. Like, what happened to, the remaining pay being paid to me, when you guys said that it would? Because I'm confused about that now. Okay. So I pretty much got ignored about that. I wasn't happy about that at all. So that's when the issue came for me. Imagine, while all of this is going on, I'm still showing up to work. I'm still doing the best, doing being my best self by showing up for those teens, for the youth, um, providing them with the resources that they should have to be successful. I'm doing all of that, right? So, um, fast forward, we're at this is maybe the third week, and the way this contract is, you get paid once a month. I don't like that, because somebody like me, I'm not even working with you for a full month because I have to go back to my full-time job. No matter, I think, sorry, I feel like everywhere in the nation, teachers always go back way before students do. So they were teachers at one point, and y'all know that I was going back to work. Like, it was a lot of playful talking. Like, I don't know, I think I want to stay here. I'm not going back to the job. But once I learned that, okay, you guys are having a hard time with pay, then I just completely said, oh no, I won't be here much longer. So I gave myself a date, and I told them what day would be my last day, because I didn't want the money to keep accumulating. Like, I was sending them an invoice every Friday for the last 4 weeks. And it's a lot of money at this point that you owe me. And the last thing I want, because I'm seeing that you guys are having a hard time with sending that direct deposit, you got all of my information to do so, you're having a hard time sending that direct deposit, then I knew that I knew that it would be crazy for me to keep working for someone that had a hard time paying me. And I didn't make my business nobody else's business to ask them like, did you get your pay? Like, did you get paid or whatever the case may be? I didn't make that my business, because they all seemed to be pretty close, and I didn't want them to think that I was just being messy. So it was between me and HR and the CEO. And then once the CEO was like, okay, you keep asking about this money, I'm gonna let you know now. This is not really my part of the job. You need to just direct yourself to HR. I'm like, okay. So I direct myself to HR. But what was funny was she chose to be um she chose to be what's the word I'm looking for? She chose when she wanted to be involved when it came to my money, right? So there were a few things I had to buy, and then also like me if you work with kids, you know that you're not supposed to have kids in your personal car, right? So we were going on field trips weekly, every week. And the field trips, students could either meet us at whatever the location it was, or staff would have to get in an Uber, get an Uber, and get these kids that didn't have transportation to go to whatever destination that we had to be. So I I spent my own money on transportation for students to get point A, point B. I was told any day that I was using my own personal money that I would be reimbursed. I was never reimbursed. Uh, I was never reimbursed. The CEO, she made it seem like the chief of staff was telling me that I could get my money back. The CEO hit me up maybe that was Friday. She hit me up on Monday. She was like, "Hey, can we have your cash app to send the money to make this process faster?" And I said, "Unfortunately, I do not have cash app, but I do have Apple Pay or Zelle. Mind you, this is legit business, so I thought it was weird for her to ask me a cash app because I didn't get paid. The money that I did get in the very beginning, it wasn't no cash app. It was sent directly to my bank. So okay, um, I let them know that once I told them I didn't have cash app, I never got a respond about my reimbursement. After that, um, after that, what happened? Oh, I'm emailing them all of my invoices. So I made Friday of the day that I wanted my reimbursement back, my last day, because I'm not doing this anymore. So I made it my last day. Um, After that, my um, the lady HR reached out to me, and she was telling I was telling her like how I sent my invoices. So from my understanding, I'm doing everything correctly because you guys really didn't give me professional training on how you wanted the invoices submitted and everything. Of course, I've used the invoice before, but if you're telling me your compliance team needs to see this invoice delivered in this way, I feel like you guys should have had some type of training or some type of example of what you wanted, and they didn't. Instead, I was sending like multiple invoices, canceling this invoice, editing this invoice, doing this instead of you guys like kept guessing to figure out what you guys actually wanted. This is still happening. I'm still in the process of all this. So if I sound frustrated, just know I really am. Like I'm talking about tears. Okay. So still send the invoice. The very last time I sent the invoice, I didn't get a follow up. So I'm thinking, cool, they got it. There's no more problems with the invoice. Like great, move on. So now I don't think I'm going to ever hear from them again because everything's supposedly have been situated. Now I'm just waiting for my money to come, and you guys enjoy the rest of your, your future. Like, quick, enjoy your life, So that's what I'm thinking, because I have no desire to ever work for this company again in my life. And when I tell you, I spoke so highly of this company, like that's why I say tears, frustration, because I was really, really proud of the people that created the company. Because once again, I'm from Washington, D.C., born and raised, went to D.C. school. So I know how hard it is to be in an environment and feel like you can't be a billionaire or you can't own a business. You have all these amazing ideas and you don't know where to go or what to do to even create a business or to start a brand or whatever case may be. And you have these black people who's um, just willing to give you all the resources for free. Like, you do not get that often in DC. Like, everybody wants something from you, right? So they was doing the program is for free for DC students. I guess you just have to be a DC resident and of age. So um after sending the invoices, and I haven't gotten a response back to them. I'm thinking everything is copacetic, like we're good. I'm just waiting for my payday at this point. So like I told you guys, all teachers always go back before students do. I'm back at work way too soon. 2 weeks before the students get here, and these people got me in and out of meetings, running from different campuses and stuff like that across town, and it ain't doing nothing but wasting my gas and wasting my time. Like, I absolutely hate it. Like, to the point, I think I'm making this my last year working underneath someone. Period. Like, cool. I understand owning the business. You do have to, you know, work with people, and there's going to be some certain contracts that you're going to have to be underneath of or whatever case may be. But guess what? I get to choose those contracts. I get to choose those people. And if the contract don't fit me no more, baby, I'm leaving. That's that on that. So I'm gonna make this the last part, and then maybe we can make this a part two. Um, I get an email 2 days ago, and basically it's screenshots of the invoices, and they're claiming that I'm being dishonest about the time I'm submitting. And I'm a very honest person, like I keep saying that, but I don't want to keep saying it to the point you think like, oh no, she be lying like shit. But nah, like when it comes down to my professionalism, I'm like, I care about my character. I care about what people think about me. I do. I'm one of those people. So I would never do anything to jeopardize like my character, lying on my name, lying about the time I spent at this job, lying about the money you owe me. I'm never going to do that, because the last thing I need for these people that got all these resources, the last thing I need is for you to put a bad taste in somebody else's mouth about me. So I knew not to. I just know better. You get what I'm saying? Um, Claiming that I'm being dishonest about to pay or whatever the case may be. Uh, Long story short, I got to the point where I just said, you know what, I'm over it. I'm over the back and forth. We've been doing this since July 10th. It's about to be August 10th, so this is about to be a whole month. And I still haven't been paid. Like, it's like a whole bunch of back and forth about why I can't get paid and this, that, and that. And it's just like, just at this point, I sent the email, and it was very professional. And I just told them, any of the money that is owed to me, I wish to donate it to the team. You guys, God bless and continue to do well in the future. I didn't get a response back. I honestly didn't. I didn't expect to get a response back, because they already showed their character. They're not genuine people like they say they are, and I'm really upset at the, like, you know what? I'm not even mad, because I did learn a lot. Like, the kids, the teens, the youth that I got to work with this summer taught me so much, just as far as like building my brand and who to reach out to, what apps to use and stuff like that. And mind you, I work with preschool to fifth grade, so it was nice to kind of be around. And I also work at an alternative school, so it was also nice to be around students that they about their shit. They trying to grow. They trying to become someone. So it all of that is motivating. The pre-K and the fifth graders that I work with, we're focusing on more of behavior challenges and stuff like that. So, and I can get some motivation there, but this per se, like I was really getting something out of it. So I can't really say like this was a complete waste of my time. You know, my mom always taught me that the job could be the blessing, like the job, but the people in it, they don't have to be. The people are not the blessing. The people are never the blessing. You know, so I I am happy because I did learn a lot. Even when it comes down to like my marketing, creating a pitch, learning to stand out from different businesses and stuff like that. So I am happy about that. But it was just a principle about um, their integrity. Like they don't have any, and it just shows tremendously, and it just lets you know, unfortunately, you guys didn't scare me off that bad for me to say I'm never working with a black company ever again because I definitely am. If you know any black brand makeup uh, companies, drop them in the comments because I'm definitely interested in collabing. As you can see, I just did the face beats, and this is just a disclaimer, these are my mink strip lashes. Yeah, you thought these were individuals, but no, these are strips. And I do sell and make custom strips. So if you're interested, drop a heart in the comment section, and I might just send you a pair of lashes for free. Um, but yeah, so still to this day, I haven't got my money back. And even after me saying, you know what, I'm tired of the back and forth. You guys are asking me to take off of my full-time job now to handle things for you. And I'm just not doing that when I was being ignored and you know, I'm just not doing that. Keep the money and good luck for you. Good luck with you in the future. And God is going to bless me. And that's just that on that. It's something about this sandwich that I don't really like, and I'm not about to eat another one. I'm not about to eat the other half. So I'm sit here. Yeah, so I just don't want that. But yeah, it was challenging for me to deal with because when I was, I think, what, how old was I? Maybe I was out of high school. I was out of high school, so I was 18, 19. Yeah, I think I was 19 or 20. I think I was 19. And I worked. My grandma knew this company. Matter of fact, I was working at a church daycare, and I um, and the daycare got closed because an irresponsible adult lost a child. Um, she took a group of kids to the bathroom, and we were at the movie theater. She took a group of kids to the bathroom, but she had a favorite. And she was literally only paying attention to her favorite. Like she only had his hand. She didn't, or her hand. I can't remember, was it his or her? She wasn't paying attention to the other kids. And even when she came back from the restroom, I was standing like a tin hut because I had a group of kids sitting with me. So I didn't want to leave to like supervise her. And I was a supervisor at the time. And um she came back and she had one row to herself. It was at a matinee, so normally matinees are pretty empty. This is years and years and years ago. She had one row, I had one row, and as I'm watching her bring in the kids, I'm watching before I even sit down, continue to watch the movie. I'm doing a head count, like I've always been good at my job. Like I'm doing a head count of each kid sitting down. I was like, I was about to say her name. I was about to say her name, but I'm not even gonna say her name because to be honest, we were cool for a little second, and then next thing you know, she stopped being cool with me, and I really don't know why. Because if it was for you, um, but I'm like, you're missing a student, and she's like, no, I'm not, and I'm like, yes, you are. Your seat, you're missing a seat. Like when I'm in teacher mode, oh my gosh, my nerves are bad. So I'm paying attention to every detail to the point before we even went into the movie theater, after getting off of the van, which was the transportation that we used, I set up transportation and everything. Um, I, I took a picture of the line, like like I'm standing at the end of the line, and the students are lined up. I took a picture of the line. I took a picture of the side of the line. I took a picture of the other side of the line, so that way I can remember what each kid had on, and I can remember who was here. Because sometimes you be like, "Did I see Timothy? Was Timothy here today?" And then somebody tell me, "No, Timothy didn't come to school today." So like being a teacher can be very nerve wracking, especially when you're dealing with little babies. And this was a little child. His mom was telling me and everyone, this is his first time at the movie theater, so I'm super, super nervous about it. And you lose that lady baby. And so, and then once I seen that, I didn't know what to do. I sent her to go look for the kid, but when she came up, she's like, I can't find him, and she just walking slow. I'm like, I pull all of the kids out of the movie theater, and we lined up across the wall. And before I call my supervisor, I'm walking to the bathroom, asking for cameras, and they're telling me they can't view the cameras because it's just a whole bunch of BS. So she's sitting there looking stuck on stupid. And if she see this video, honestly, this is why after the years gone by, I kind of like unfollowed you, friend. And I honestly don't even consider myself to be your friend. I really don't. And um, yeah, I unfollowed you because the lack of accountability you wanted to have. Like you lost a child because you were being a teacher that had favorites. And cool, like I've been teaching for 10 years. Yes, I have favorites. Yes, I got the ones that if they mom let them, they can come to my house, or I could be. I'm invited to the cookouts and stuff like that. Yes, 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 yes to all of that. But at the same time, I'm doing my job and making sure every child that I have is safe. And you chose not to do that. You didn't care about the little boy, and that shows a lot about your character. So after the job, because the mom was like, I ended up finding the boy. Long story short, I found him. The mom was like, I still don't care. She lose her job, and the mom was still wasn't happy about that. So she came back and she had the whole entire program shut down. Like, and I was so hurt because I had to find another job. So I wasn't even without a job for a month. Um, the students that I was working with, they absolutely loved me. Like they loved me. So I was home one day, and what was I gonna say? I was home one day, and one of the somebody called me from this a director called me from this child development center. I'm just like, okay, how you doing? Da, da, da. This is when I was living with my grandma. I told my grandma who her name was. My grandma said, does she know her? And the lady was like, I hear so many good things about you. I've never met this lady before in my life. I've heard so many good things about you. Like, I heard what happened at I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the church. I'm heard what happened at the church, and all of the parents and the kids here are saying they love you. They love you. So I want you to come work with me. And I was like, okay, that was easy because I was applying to jobs. I don't even think I was applying to jobs this year. I think I was just enjoying the little time off that I had, you know. Um, so what I ended up doing is I interviewed with her. I got the job, of course, because one thing about me, if I interview, I'm gonna get the job. I got the job. I started working with her, and my first pay is supposed to be on Monday, for an example, and it wasn't one of those direct deposits. It was a check. So every time it was payday, somebody was in the hospital, black owned. Every payday, my mama in the hospital, her granddaddy in the hospital, she in the hospital, car accident, the bank closed. I'm gonna have it tomorrow, or sometimes just a note. She wouldn't say anything. And so that's good. So she she just didn't she wouldn't say anything. So I'm keeping this all on the hush. Like I'm trying my hardest to hide this from my mother and my grandmother because they don't play that. One, my grandmother know this lady. Based because you know how the churches are, like churches, it's like a community. So especially in Northwest DC. Like so many churches are near each other, so they all kind of like come together at some point. You get what I'm saying? So she didn't know that I was Mary Lane's granddaughter. Mary Lane is she's a stable in the community, honey. Okay, so one thing what you won't do is play with her child. All right. So my grandmother was like, "Oh, I know that's okay. I know her pastor at that church. I know the pastor at the church. The pastor at the church was, really, really short, was really sensitive to what I was going through. He was so sad because he was like, I see you every day, like, the kids love you and stuff like that. So um and then there will be days where I'm opening and closing by myself. Like I'm opening the church by myself. Like I've had so many leading roles where that's what I'm saying. Like I'm really, really, like really, really like honest and professional. So I found it really hard to be in my 30s and dealing with this company from just a few weeks ago that I was working with that really played with my top. And you guys are going to be mad when all of this come down because it's not about the money, it's the principle. It's the principle. I'm honestly really proud of myself because when I was 19 or 20, I didn't stand up for myself. I was kept telling my parents, I kept telling my mom, my grandma, like, it's okay, it's okay. I just don't want to go back. I just don't want to go back. And they was like, you're getting your money. You're getting your money. Because every time I would try to handle it, like, do you have my check? And she just would not ever respond to me. So my mom was like, my mom drove up to the church one day and the lady is expecting me because I think I stopped showing. I think my mom and my grandma was like, just don't go no more. So I stopped showing up and so she was reaching out to me as in if I was doing something wrong. And so my mom, instead of me going inside, my mom was like, you wait in the car. I waited in the car and my mom went inside and the lady was like being real nasty with my mom. My mom was also a staple of the community too. Um, and my mom basically my mom was very professional. And my mom was just telling her like, this is not you are this is what you won't do. Okay? She's not coming back. She no longer works for you and you owe her money. So my mom was talking to her and the whole time the lady was just like, Lauren is an adult. Lauren has to be an adult. She should come up here and say all of these things herself. And honestly, I was kind of afraid to do it because I wasn't comfortable. Like I already asked. Why am I asking for my check if I'm working? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're telling me my payday is on the 10th, I should be getting paid on the 10th. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, and if you know somebody's in the hospital, you need to take some time and go up to the church, drop it in a safe place or whatever, and let me know, hey, the money is in that green box. Okay? The key is somewhere. Like, don't, why am I asking you for something that I shouldn't be asking you for? So even when I was asking her, I kept getting like the turnaround and lame excuses. And I know that like to her, I was a child. So I knew that she was going to keep taking advantage of me. Long story short, I got a check from her. The check wasn't nothing for real. But the guy, the church that the daycare was in, it wasn't her church, but she was running out of space. And a lot of churches do that. If you ever want a nonprofit, go visit the churches. They have space. You just got to pay them for it. Okay. So the pastor was like, yeah, you're not the first person she's did this to. And I'm like, what? And da da da. So he just felt so bad and he was so sorry. And he ended up giving me a check as well. And I thought it was so sweet and so nice. So that was my first experience of working with a black owned company and not getting paid. So it was really, really traumatic. And during that time in my younger days, I wasn't as vocal as I am now. So this happening in my 30s, I said, oh, absolutely not. I don't care if y'all just owe me $2. Let's talk about it. And we're gonna talk about what you're doing and what you're not doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it. And I'm in your ass about it because the last thing I want to feel, I don't want to feel like that 19 or 20-year old ever again being taken advantage of by a company that I work for, and I did my job like I did that job. Like I did every job I ever work at, like I did it. Even my current job right now, like I can't stand it. I'm sorry, like to the people that might see this and I work with you, I can't stand working with y'all. I just can't. I'm being honest. Like I want to grow. A lot of y'all on the same bullshit. A lot of y'all do the same bullshit. A lot of y'all fake it to make it to the top. And it's just I don't like being around those type of environments. Like, and this is why I say this is going to be my last year working in corporate America. I will be owning my own business. Yeah, yeah. And maybe teaching might not be what I do next year, but guess what? I will be teaching some way, somehow. Because one thing about it, this voice reaches all types of people. So kudos to me. I'm proud of me for advocating for myself because I'm telling you, I did not do this when I was younger. I used to allow people to take advantage of me all the times. Friends, families, jobs. Not happening. Not happening anymore. So I do appreciate you guys listening to me vent. It's been about 40 minutes. That's a long ass talk. I appreciate you guys. This was fun. I'm definitely going to be back on live again. I don't know who keep coming in and out of the live, but hey, I guess you don't want to be here. But um, um but okay, you all. I think I'm finished here for today. I'm ready to edit a video. I'm ready to edit a video and get out of here. So bye, gang. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be blessed. Good luck with your future, everything, and take care. Let's just take one more headshot. I don't know what I want to do. All right, y'all. Bye. I'm done talking. I've been talking all day, basically. Since been talking since 11 o'clock. How about that?